Oh my goodness, breaking news. What happened? You'll never guess. I did a live and it had no sound. So the breaking news is this. What happens when you think you're doing it all right? You come dressed, you come with all these things in life and and your mic's not on. Let me make sure it's on. Yeah, your mic's not on, right? And the key with that is that life happens. Now I'm believing this on right now. Anyway, but life, you just have to deal with it. You just have to deal with it and you go back and you restore, you rebuild. What happens when you have built something up in your life and you thought this was everything and you find out it's not when you get there, right? When you're climbing up the corporate ladder and you're doing all this wonderfulness and you get to the top and you say, what the? So what I want to do is I want to take a moment to get all that happiness out and to remind myself and you that life happens. Life be lifing. So as you go after building wealth, as you go after all of these things without betraying yourself, look at who you are in the moment and then just embrace it. I could have screamed and I did not, but I thought for a second after I did it, I said, let me just check it. And normally I don't check it because I'm on my way to Costco. At least I thought I was. However, for whatever reason, and I'm thinking of the Holy Spirit, I checked it and I said, I thought it was my computer. I thought it was whatever. I checked it on my phone because I'm thinking it can't not have sound. I said a lot. It cannot not have sound. So it didn't have sound, y'all. It didn't have sound. So I'm believing right now that it has sound. So I am just so grateful. And Nina said, yep. She got her thumbs up. So I'm believing I got sound. So I am so grateful, for y'all being here with me again. And you know what I did? And this is going to be a little bit different and everybody won't agree with this, is I left the other one out there. I left it out there and I put on it to read the comments because in the comments really tell the story sometimes. In the comment section of our life is where the story is unfolding. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and it's not a redo. It's an opportunity to excel at a higher level. Let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to go back to what I originally was doing and what I want to do on Fridays, to be honest with you, is part of this is a spoken word, is a word that was downloaded. And I know what the battle was. It wasn't about me. It was about all of us doing this together. And so how do you build wealth without betraying yourself is the magic of this, right? And so this is just a spoken word I would like to share with you. That is literally, it has impacted me. And I'm believing it's going to do the same for you. It may be something you have to go back and look at again and look at again and share with others and have a conversation about and put in the comment section. However, I'm up for that. I'm up for that. Okay. So are you? Are you up for building wealth and a new perspective? It's not just about money. It's about the seed that's in your head. No, I put it in my hand, but I said head. Did you get it? Okay, so we're going to share with you the spoken word this morning. So I'm not here actually to teach you how to chase money. I'm actually here to teach you how to keep your soul. Your soul. While you build, because some of us have watched people make it. We've and we have saw them lose themselves on the way up. They got the house. They got the house, but they didn't get peace. They got the checks, but they didn't get clarity. They got the applause, but they didn't get the presence. That's not wealth. At least that's a trade. It's a trade for who you are and who you were designed to be. Now, Identity First says this: I am not for sale, not my values, not my voice, not my God given design, not my family, not my health, not my joy, not my peace, not my integrity. So listen, we are not building wealth to prove we are enough. We are building wealth because we already are enough. And we are called to steward what's inside us. The seed that's in your hand, it's not small. It's your story. It's your skill. It's your resilience, your gift, your insight. Your pain that became wisdom, your tears that became training, your survival that became the strategy, your discipline that became deliverance. You don't need permission to plant what's already yours. It's yours. But scarcity is the voice that says, hurry, hide. It says compete. It says copy. It says grab. It says get it now. It says say yes, even when it costs you everything. Take the shortcut. Be who they want you to be. Sell what you don't believe. Smile while you shrink, but growth has a different language. Growth says breathe. It says build. It says choose. It says create. It says design. It says align. It says plant, nurture, grow. Because real wealth doesn't start in the bank. Real wealth starts in the belief that you are allowed to build without bending, that you can earn without pretending, that you can expand without erasing yourself, that you can become a producer and not just a consumer. Real wealth without being a performer. So today we do not make money decisions from panic. We don't buy to soothe. We don't spend to impress. We don't rush to belong. We don't grind to feel worthy. We decide with calm, with clarity. We decide with clarity and purpose. We decide with conviction and power. We decide with character, because when identity leads, money follows. And when you build from alignment, you don't just make income, you make an impact. You don't just get rich, you get rooted. You don't just increase numbers, you increase capacity. You don't just receive blessings, you become a builder of blessings. So let me ask you, not to shame you, not to blame you, but to awaken what's within you. What have you been holding because you didn't think it was enough? What seed have you been hiding because you were waiting for it to be perfect? What gift have you been delaying because you were afraid of being seen? So, this is the space, and now is your time. This will be your Friday reminders that you don't need to betray yourself to build wealth. You need a new system, maybe a new story, an amazing rhythm, a new standard. Plan it with values, something you can nurture with discipline. Grow with consistency and let your wealth look like you. Let it feel like you. Let your wealth sound like you. Let your wealth serve your calling without stealing your peace, because you were not created to survive and just scroll. You were created to build and steward. You were created to create. So take the seed that's in your hand and plant it, and come back next Friday. So subscribe and join this journey, because you were not just making money. We're talking about who you become while you build it. So as I go through this, I see again what the issue was. The issue was deeper than the words, it's the impact. So please like and share. And I'll see you on Monday for coffee if you're available, but if not, replay. Wednesday is calm. Calm is a place where you just come in and you relax. I'm going to do calm for like less than 30 minutes, normally 10. And calm is about you. So my initial thought is to put it out there so you can just calm yourself without hearing a lot of voice or sound. So it's to re-steady your week. And then Friday, this is my jam, y'all. This is my space. So look, it's an honor and a privilege for you to be here. Thank you, Nina, for coming back. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Take care and share this with other people that you know that are looking at what's happening out there and is becoming a distraction for what's happened already in here. I am Johnny. Have a great week. God bless.